everybody. Welcome to the Ageless Lounge. This week or today, we are talking with Jacqui Getz. Did I say that right? Jacqui Getz, correct?
Yes, Jacqui Getz. You got it. Yes.
Okay, I want to look at the details of style, and I'm super excited to be talking with Jacqui again. We've been having lots of conversations in the last couple of months as we got connected through mutual friends, and she's actually going to be doing some presenting for us out at our sisterhood experience coming up. But welcome, Jacqui. Welcome to Tangled Silver's The Ageless Lounge.
Robin, I'm so excited to be here. Talking with you is always wonderful. You inspire me, your energy, your mission, everything. So thank you for having me. I'm excited to.
Thank you so much. Well, we're going to start off like we do every week. The first question I like to ask you is, when I tell you I think you're an ageless woman, what does that mean to you? What does being an ageless woman mean to you?
That is a great question, I have to say. You know, when people are interviewed and people ask them, how do you feel? You know, you're 64, but how do you really feel? Well, I really feel 64. You know, that to me is like, I'm very happy to be 64. I actually don't want to go back to being 44 when I was raising 3 girls working full time. And, you know, it's sort of like, I love where I am right now. And I think part of being ageless is accepting where you are and not always looking back and moving forward, but living in the present. You know, in the present, you're ageless. Like, unless someone waves your birth certificate in front of you, you are who you are in that moment. And I wrote a thesis a year and a half ago on ageism in fashion. I read, you know, obviously tremendous amounts on ageism. And I realized there are so many inspiring women out there at every stage in their life. And I'm very focused on people like you, people in our age range, you know, who are embracing everything, their hair, their body, where they are in life, their changes, their transitions, their pivots. That makes people ageless. I like to think you can be ageless when you're younger too. I don't think I was self-aware enough to be ageless then. Now I feel much more self-aware, and that's part of being ageless, if that makes sense.
It does. I love that answer, because I always say, you know, our age doesn't define us, and you're right, that can be for anybody. But I do think it's right that when we're younger, we don't quite have that wisdom and confidence, right?
Yeah.
To actually claim it at that point in time, that comes with some of the ups and downs of the roads that we all end up juggling around on, right? But
and also being ready for the other ups and downs that will be coming along, but with a greater sense of calm, you know, more perspective. You know, knock wood, it's good to be older and embrace the possibilities. There's so many possibilities now, you know, we're kind of lucky.
Well, let's chat about that a little bit, because I think so many people think when we get to a certain age, we start kind of slowing down and going back, you know, backwards in a sense, like we're just sitting in rocking chairs. We're not as active as we once were. But yet I'm finding more and more the women that I'm meeting in their 50s and beyond are starting new challenges. And you just did your thesis. So tell me a little bit about, like, you started over in a sense, right? And did your thesis and are just launching into, so this is not you slowing down in this next chapter. It's you picking up speed.
Right. Well, getting there. My business is getting there. Yes, I was an educator for 36 years in the New York City public school system. And I ended my career starting in New York City public middle school. For any New Yorkers who know, it was in the West Village, which is an interesting way to end a career, you know, because it was hard. It was new. I started with a little post-it of an idea. We grew to 900 students, you know, 200 staff, a lot of everything else, and parents. And then I stopped being an educator. I don't want to use the word retired, because that has the connotation of being tired. So I stopped and I did my next step, which I've been waiting to do, because in 2017, I got an image consulting certificate from FIT in the city with no idea how to use it, but I really believe everyone should have plan B, C, and D somewhere lurking. So I threw my usual planned neurotic self aside. I said, I'm just going to get this certificate and see what happens. I tucked that into my pocket. I worked until 2021. And then I went back to school for my second master's in sustainable fashion, 40 years after my first master's. They couldn't find my college transcripts. I'm just saying, they had to go down to the basement because nothing was digital. I said, well, And 20 minutes later, someone emerged from some dusty place and said, "We found your transcripts from 1982." And I went back to school and I got a master's in sustainable fashion, which was the behind the scenes ways that fashion is hurting the world. But I wrote my thesis on if ageism in fashion can be disrupted by women-owned businesses, small sustainable fashion companies, and can they disrupt ageism in fashion? And then I started a business called The Details of Style, closet editing and doing wardrobe styling for older women, although I'm drifting down into the 40s now, and trying to helping women believe in themselves. Not look at their closet and say, I've done everything wrong, but we look at their closet and say, what have you done right? What can you do better? Who are you in your closet? How can we put things together in a way? I want women to leave a time with me, both virtually and in person, to say, oh, I actually do know what I'm doing. I have a sense of style. I can figure this out. So that's it.
Well, I love too that when, excuse me, you're going into the closets, because I think sometimes we look at our closets and go, we have nothing to wear, right? Or
Right.
This isn't my style anymore, but yet with a little tweaking, it kind of plays in that sustainability. I love to, shop. Sometimes it's vintage, sometimes it's new, but I like to find pieces that I can combine together to create the looks I want.
Good
and
for you.
not just add something new and throw something out, right? Like, although my husband would tell you he'd like it if I'd throw more out. Every time if I add something, I need to throw something out.
I'm getting on a plane. Get ready. I'll help you. But yes, you're right. And shopping in your closet is huge.
It's a lot of fun when you can find something that you didn't think would work and you just play a little bit with it. And all of a sudden you've got this this new creation, this, a skirt that can become 4 or 5 different outfits, just depending on what you match with it, right? And sometimes I think we get stuck in or at least I used to get stuck in I would buy an outfit for the outfit. And the idea of that outfit being anything other than the outfit didn't occur to me until I started becoming more aware of wanting to not buy as much, and also wanting to focus more on some of the things, like I might spend a little bit more on something because it's going to last me longer than some of the stuff that's fly by night, comes in and is gone tomorrow and is made cheaply, right? So what would you say are the key things that you believe kind of equate to your mission of sustainability with fashion? And
well, first of all, as we get older, we've hung on to a lot of things, a very sustainable mindset. Some are good and some are bad, but it's everything you described. When I don't want to send women out shopping, because I like to also work with women who have a sense of their budget, and they're not going to be extravagant. So the goal is to find outfits exactly what you said within their closet, mixing and matching. How many ways can you wear a suit? And none of this is new, but it's just when it's a personal experience with me and one woman, we can really have some deeper talks about it. Get to know your body, get to know your measurements, be in control of when you see sizes and what they really mean. Go back into your closet and trust that you've got some good pieces there. And so I often say to women, before I come, set up your pile of what you always turn to and wear that you're actually getting bored with, and set up a pile of the things you own that you don't know what to do with it and you love it, but you don't have the guts or the ideas of what to do with it. And we marry those two piles. And then we have all these new ideas.
Yeah, I like that. I do like when you share that, to marry the looks and then do the separate piles. I've never quite done that, but I do like to go in and play with. I kind of have my closet organized now where I've got outfits, but then I've got the pieces that can change up what that outfit looks like within the rest of it.
You know what you should get? Those little closet hooks you put on, those little hanger hooks you put on hangers. So you put it down the neck of a hanger and you can hang another hanger and another hanger with it.
Oh yeah.
And then so good. And so on Amazon.
I'll have to order those. I saw them at Christmas time and thought about ordering them for my daughter and didn't think about ordering them for my closet. But you're right, those would probably be really helpful as well.
Yeah.
Condense the space down as well.
Yes, and then you hang up an outfit and then you play with it. When I was an educator, we taught kids to write poetry by putting every word of a 10-word poem on a Post-it and moving it around and creating more and more poems from the same 10 words. And I think of our clothes the same way. They're manipulatives. We can build and rebuild. So that is a part of being sustainable and thinking more about the planet, your budget, what you're doing to the environment. And it's also like a nod to your style is good and we're going to make it better.
Nice.
Like trust
what
what's
about,
having your
so let me ask you, what about those who like, oh, I can't wear that anymore because I'm now over 50. You know, I have this one dress or this one shirt that I really love, but I really shouldn't wear it because I'm now getting older and that's relevant. What do you say to those? I mean, should we be limiting things based on like, obviously I don't want to look like I'm trying to be 20 because I'm 56, I'm going to be 57 in a month and I'm thrilled and excited that I'm here because not everybody
right,
gets to be here, right? So I
right.
want to celebrate that. But at the same time, I have pieces like, sometimes I catch myself going, oh, that's probably a little too young. So what would you say in reference to that? I mean, is there like a certain time we're supposed to stop? I say
I
no,
don't
but
believe it. I know. I think we agree, but you should send me a picture of the shirt. We'll figure it out. I don't believe in that because when you look in, on Instagram, in a magazine, in a store, and you're going to see the clothing hanging on young, thin women. I get that. But our job to imagine it on us. So maybe when you take that shirt that you think maybe only a 20-year-old should wear, get that voice out of your head, put it on, make it part of your outfit. And then reverse, oh, a 20-year-old shouldn't wear this because I really rock it as the 56-year-old. Like, you own it. It is a hard world we're living in. Why are we making our closets our enemy? I don't understand. Just like it really don't fit. Anything with a bad memory. I was once working with a client and we agreed the sweater was beautiful, this, that, and anything, but she said, I have a bad memory from it. I said, it's going in the donation pile. Enjoy. You should open your closet and enjoy it. You shouldn't be questioning yourself and saying, can I wear this? Is it too short? But if it fits you in a way that you like, if you have made it into an outfit that gives you confidence, if you have a place to go with it that you should create, because if we sit around waiting for events, they may not come up. So make the outfit, be intentional, make the event and go for it. Enjoy yourself. Don't put any more rules on yourself that are already out there. Right?
I love that. I mean, we have a lot of rules. Yes. We were just sharing before we came live on this that, this is the 4th of July week, right? We're actually talking day July 3rd. So tomorrow is Independence Day. And I was telling Jacqui that I really feel like we as women, midlife women especially, also get to celebrate the independence that we're all coming into now, where we're saying no to what society's told us it's supposed to look like. Rather, it's our hair, fashion, work, right? We're all started. So we're kind of claiming that independence for ourselves as well. So I'm going to celebrate tomorrow, not just the independence of our country, but the independence of more women embracing and breaking the rules and making the rules for themselves instead of what everybody else says.
Yep. I think a matter of, instead of seeking a just set up your own guidelines. Like how am I going to live every day when I get dressed? When I decide to stop one career to start another. Like, it's up to us to our voices and not to spend too much time trying to cancel out other voices that they're never going to stop. We just can say what our voice has to be louder. Our internal voice has to be louder. Just focus on that. I cannot listen to the thing. I don't want to think about what I'm not supposed to listen to anymore. It's like a waste of my time because then I'm ignoring what I'm thinking about. Be selfish. Think about yourself. And when you go into your closet, be super selfish. Enjoy yourself in there and have fun.
I like your. We do. And I love the piece, ladies. I want you to really hear what she said a while ago. If there's a bad memory with it, get rid of it, right? Because if there's anything that associates it with a negative tone, are you really wearing it? Are you really pulling it and going to it? So you're right. That really shouldn't be a reason to keep something. Just like, and I'm going to say this out loud, ladies, like I had to throw a bunch of stuff away last year because I finally realized I was holding on to sizes that realistically I might never ever get back into.
Right.
Maybe I will at some point in time, and then I'll just buy new stuff at that size, right? But why hold on to something which sends a message to your body, like you're kind of countering, like, oh, I love who I am today. Oh, but I'm going to save that size 1 dress because I got to get back into that. That's a mixed messages, right? And if we send mixed messages to ourselves, we get enough mixed messages in society.
It's like a torture chamber you've set up in your own closet. Like, what is that all about? Keep one of those things that's a smaller size that for whatever, then cut it and make it into a shirt. use a material for a quilt. I don't care what it is, and you can repurchase it if you need to, if that happens. But honor your body, honor your health, honor whatever it is in the present in our ageless grace. What else? We have to control it. We do.
I love that.
And it seems like it's not. Everything counts, right? Everything.
So are there any, like, let's go back to the fashion piece of it. Is there a staple piece that you think is kind of like a go-to that everybody should have in their closet, regardless of age, size, and that? Like, is there a go-to that if somebody said to you, really, what should I have in my closet that is my staple? What would you tell them it should be in your thought process?
You know what? I have read, as we all have, numerous articles, heard so many people speak about it. And once in a while I've said to people, oh, you should all have a white t-shirt, pair of jeans. I do not. I live to be surprised. When I go into a client's closet, I should learn something from them. Even if our style is dramatically different, I need to learn from them and their thought process and what they think is foundational. We have to be in control. Go into your closet and say, what do I keep buying? What colors do I keep buying? What silhouettes do I keep buying? What works for me? That's your foundation. If you asked me, it would be white Uniqlo t-shirts. I literally, anyone on my Instagram would see, I wear them constantly. Jeans, constantly. I wore jeans as a principal. Every single day I wore jeans and high heels and lots of bracelets as a principal of a school. Didn't care. Like, that was me. It gave me my power. I can say to someone, I need to have a ton of white t-shirts, jeans, and like high pumps in my closet. That to me, at the end of the day, will put together an outfit. But you have to go and analyze your closet and figure it out. I think oversized white button-ups are a staple, but some people, not for their lifestyle, their climate, who they are, where they live. We have to, it's great to read a list to be inspired. It's greater when you create your own list. It just is.
I like it. I like that. I like that you're not pigeonholing, saying, well, this is what you should have.
No.
So I'm hearing that we really should go in and look at, like you said, the styles, what we're doing, what we're wearing, the colors, and then pick what our staples are, right? Like for me, I know my staples. I like to have black t-shirts. I'm not as big in white t-shirts, but I like to have black t-shirts.
Love it.
Yeah. Those are my, and I like skirts as well.
Yeah, and a staple is, what do you use a lot that's foundational, not a fallback, not because yesterday I went out and usually I leave my house and I really like what I've done, even if no one else can tell. That's the other thing. Mm-hmm. Does anyone know? Does anyone care that I ironed my jeans this morning and I put them on black flats the way I like it? No, but I know. And that's what gives me the confidence. And yesterday I went out, I kept changing on the phone with my friend, I kept changing my clothes. And I realized at the end of the day when I came home, nothing I had on gave me the joy I wanted. So I packed it up for donation. And I think that we have to relate to our clothes that way. Like, what is really making us feel confident and a little bit badass? Like, what is doing that? At this age, we should be feeling that way.
I love that. You're giving me motivation to go back in my wardrobe, because there's a few pieces that I bought because I thought I'd love them, but they're not getting worn because when I wear them, I don't feel like I'm badass in them, right? So those are pieces that even though I bought them because I liked the colors, I need to just let those go and focus on the ones that when I wear them, I'm like, yeah, this is it. And
that's it.
Yes.
Right. And some people are not going to understand your outfit or why you chose that necklace, but and it's getting you out the door with this kind of like, I got this. We need, I got those moments a lot, and we're not, and are we invisible? Maybe, but we're also more visible than we realize. People see older women and they may not know how to approach us and sell us, but they're getting it. They're getting the messages. I believe that.
Well, and I always say that we have to start off with how we talk to ourselves first before we worry about everything else, right? Because if you walk out thinking you're rocking this outfit, you're walking out with that energy that says you're rocking this outfit. And so you're going to stand out more than if you're walking out going, oh, I feel really icky today. This doesn't work so well, but I'm just going to wear. Right. So you're right. It's what we feed ourselves is more important, and owning that piece of it. And I love that we're talking about how to put that in your style too, and realizing that we don't have to go along with just the trends. That, Yes, let's sustainability. Let's talk about. Let's look at what you have in your closet and rework it. Jacqui
Yep.
would be a great person to reach out to and let her help you because you do things virtually as well, correct? So somebody doesn't have to
No,
be in New York,
no,
right?
no. I just worked with someone in Massachusetts. I'm working with someone in California this week. Yeah, it's so much fun. The biggest thing is figuring out the time with the time difference. You know what? It is just a. And I loved being an educator for 36 years. Loved it. But I have to say, working one-on-one with you in this way, it's really endless joy. It's just inspiring and beautiful and humorous and brave. It's like everything you would want for a few hours of your week, right?
Well, I want everybody to get a chance to get to know Jacqui a little bit better. So, Jacqui, where can they find you? Where, like, if I'm getting off this and I go, oh, I got to go follow her. Are you on Instagram, Facebook? Where can we find you? Websites? Give us a shout out with all that right now.
All right, it's very simple. On Instagram, I'm The Details of Style, one word. And my website is the same thing, thedetailsofstyle.com.
Awesome. That makes it pretty easy to find you. Are you
Yes.
on any other socials? Are you on Pinterest? Are you on any of that other stuff?
No, I have to be. But, you know, the transition from being an educator for 36 years to this, you know, I'm getting there. I did just hire someone to work with. Yes, I'm getting there. But people can DM me on Instagram, you know, and find me. And my Instagram is really to demystify putting together outfits on somewhat of a budget with my own personality. It's not to say do this. It's really like, this is my life. This is what I'm wearing. It's to share. It's very honest and transparent. Anyone who goes on it will say, oh, that's what she does. But it's not to intimidate. It is to include and to have fun.
Well, and I love your Instagram feed because it does have great style. It does show you. You do feel like you get to know you that way. So, like, I would encourage you, if you're not already on Instagram following her, go follow The Details of Style. Reach out to Jacqui.
Yep.
Gosh, you know, we're so excited. She and Stephanie Odell are going to share some great fashion stuff with us at the Sisterhood Experience. I can't wait for all of that to happen. Jacqui, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time today to kind of peek and taking part of your holiday week, because that's what we kind of are in, right? We're in the holiday week, the 4th of July. So thank you for spending a little time with all of us. I hope some of you have heard. I'm going to tell you the key things I took away from this talk with Jacqui, and that is to play in your wardrobes, to choose your foundational pieces for yourself, not necessarily what everybody else is saying. And just that I capture this energy from you that you live joyfully because of how much you're embracing yourself, your style, your age. And I hope everybody else will start. If you're not doing it yet, maybe take on one of them. Start embracing first your style, and then maybe your age if you're struggling somewhere. But reach out to somebody because, again, this is a huge community of women wanting to support you and uplift you. Jacqui is just one of them. Myself as well. We all want to help make midlife women rock and become as ageless as ever. Right, Jacqui?
You are a gift. You really are, Robin. I love it. Everything you say. I'm just like, I'm going to play it back and take notes on you. It's really, you are absolutely wonderful. And thank you for having me.
It was my pleasure. We will do that. We will do this again and come back and maybe pick a hot topic to actually dive into. But thank you so much for today on the Ageless Lounge. Everybody, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, honey.